And then there were 17. We still have quite a few teams still alive in the high school football playoffs and games all over the state, and not just the state of Florida, a couple in Georgia as well. Let's get a preview of some of tonight's big matchups.
The Nice Panthers are 10-0, looking to make it 11-0 and keep rolling in the playoffs, but standing in their way, the Oakleaf Knights, fresh off of another victory over one of our powerhouse teams. They look to do it again out here in St. Johns County.
Olivia Tasley here at the home of the Stallions. The name of the game is revenge. Does Providence finally get the win against UC, or is UC going to walk off this field victorious? We tell you coming up.
And I'm Brett Marno up in Brunswick, Georgia. The Pirates try to pull off an upset over the 6th-ranked team in the state of Georgia. I better get out of here. It's almost showtime.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
We want to practice on Monday. Understand? Yes, sir. Okay? We've talked about this all week, all right? So the only thing you have to do is take care of the little things.
Oh, it is all about the fundamentals. Verlin Dormany, no stranger to what it takes this time of year. You see all those championships on the wall behind him. 02, 03, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21. Could he add 24? Well, we shall see. Welcome into the Friday Night Blitz playoff edition. It's round number 2. And where's Martineau? Woo! Oh, there you are. You made it all the way from Brunswick.
Yeah, all the way from Brunswick, by the way, long drive.
Yeah. We could have, Google Maps could have told you that.
Or just teleported myself here.
The chopper, right? The action.
A lot warmer inside the studio.
The Action Sports Jack's chopper brought you
That's
in.
right.
Good stuff. So, like Brent just said, we've got it covered all over the area, all the way up from Brunswick, all the way down to St. Johns County, and everywhere in between. We saw all those matchups to start the show, and we're going to bring you just about every single one of them. That's the plan.
We got a lot of teams that survived in advance, so let's check it out.
All right.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
We start in St. Johns County. The Nice Panthers looking to stay unbeaten. Oakleaf looking to take down the #1 team in the state. First night's possession. Oakleaf drives right down the field. Jack McKissick to Carlos Witherup over the middle for the touchdown. 7-0 Oakleaf. Second quarter, Nice defense forcing the punt, but how about a good special teams play? Knight's cover team gets in there and, well, they poke that ball loose. Oakleaf recovers. Huge play to retake possession, and they get it in plus territory. A couple of Fareed Coleman handoffs later, and Oakleaf goes ahead 14-0 on the road against Nice. The home crowd stunned as Oakleaf out of Clay County comes in and takes a 14-0 lead. Third quarter, same score. Coleman again, this time full throttle down the far side, and it's a long touchdown run. 21-0 Oakleaf. Panthers finally able to get on the board here to start the fourth quarter, but too little, too late.
What a win.
31-14. Oakleaf beat Mandarin last week. They beat Nice tonight, and the Knights are moving on. Here's Marcel Robinson.
I'm here with head coach of the Oakleaf Knights, Christopher Foy. Coach, I'm not sure if you know, but that's the #1 team in the nation. You're not supposed to beat them.
Oh, we know who they were, Coach. I mean, Colin's done such an outstanding job with this program. I mean, we were concerned, Coach. I mean, you know, that's a very good team. I mean, they play so hard and they play so well together. I mean, when you look, when we drove up, I was kind of spellbound. They got so many seniors, and those kids have played together so long. Sure. I mean, we knew we had our work cut out for us because they played so well together.
You talked about them working hard and them being a hard-fought team. You guys made everything difficult for them. That's a tough team over there.
Yes.
You made everything difficult.
And a very smart team. I mean, it's. My staff works endless. I mean, and this was a very tough week for us. I mean, you know, we didn't want to come with the Mandarin hangover because that was such a huge game for our program. But I mean, they really, the staff got together, Coach Thomas and Coach Bubba. I mean, they worked so hard to come up with a game plan that was adequate to for us to be successful tonight.
You just talked about it. This is just a piece of the journey. Obviously, the road to state is what you're on.
Yes.
But like you just said, playing your best football at the right time, taking down Mandarin, taking down Nice. Obviously, the possibilities are endless.
Yes. Oh, well, down by down is what we say. Win the down. Win the down is what we say. And we know we got a very good Buchholz team coming. Very well coached and always a tough team. You know, I'm going to lose a little bit of sleep because they was in the district with us last year. And so we know we have a very tough task ahead.
Back on the road for Oakleaf, and a trip to Gainesville up next. Buchholz beats Pace 34-24. By the way, Coach Foy, when he was back at Jackson, he was our Friday Night Blitz Coach of the Year along with Jaguars Prep, and he's showing you why. They had a down year last year, and they are playing really good football right at the right time. Massive win. Congrats, by the way, to Nice and Colin Drafts. That was a heck of a year, kind of out of nowhere to do what they did this season, be the #1 team in the state.
All right, more highlights for you. Another all-local matchup. Ed White at St. Augustine, and the Yellow Jackets look strong in the opening round. Well, they pick up right where they left off. Opening kickoff, in fact. Trenton Jones really just made that one move, and that was enough because there's no catch in #1. He is gone 7-zip. By the way, not our only opening kickoff touchdown of the night on the Blitz tonight. We'll get to another one later on.
Good
Jones
start always.
also making plays on offense. Lachlan Hewlett later in the first hits Trenton in the flats, goes again, doubles the Jackets lead. We've seen special teams, we've seen offense. How about defense? Deep ball intercepted there by Daryl Jenkins, and the Jackets just doing everything they want in the first half. Leads to another score by, guess who? Yep, Hewlett to Jones. Back of the end zone one more time. Now the Commanders do get on the board in the second half. A little shout out to King Boylston. He'll find Nick Roberson here, but just could not keep up with St. Augustine. The Jackets take it 38-14. Brian Braddock and St. Augustine are moving on.
Proud of the kids. You know, to jump out 35-0 was a great accomplishment tonight. You know, in the first half, lights out on defense, and then you know, offense hit some plays in the second half to punch it out there. So that was good to see, and wish we'd have finished a little bit better. But obviously, super proud. You know, to get a big win tonight. Anytime you get you win handily in the playoffs, you're excited about that. Trenton Jones is an elite football player. He's one of the best players in North Florida. He's been doing that now for 3 years. And I mean, I don't know what his stat line's going to be tonight, but it was incredible. He's a great player.
So Jackets moving on. They are the 1 seed, which means they will host. I'm pretty certain we can declare this one a Choctaw victory in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go. Choctaw led 41-7 over Escambia. So Choctaw coming to St. Aug next week. Oh, that'll be a good matchup.
3 straight years of regional final now for St. Aug. In 3A Region 1, the road to the Final Four runs through the graveyard with the Rains Vikings earning the top overall seed in the opening round. A win tonight means they host the regional final next week right back at Earl Kitching Stadium. Wacolla Rains, this thing got out of hand in a hurry. Remember, the Vikings, we kind of think they're so under the radar this year. They're undefeated all season. TJ Cole takes a handoff. It's Adron Walker for the first touchdown of the game. They've got receivers all over the place and a good quarterback too. And good everything. Rains goes up 6-0. Then Cole waits for his receiver to get open, throws a beauty. This time Jalen Pollard. Now look at that. They're just playing catch. Nice job in the back of the end zone by Pollard. Seem to have a theme going. Cole again, deep this time to Xavier Sherratt. I told you they have a bunch of receivers. That's a different one. That's a touchdown. Again, everything working for Rains, pulling off a bobbled snap and scoring yet another touchdown right here. Run the option, and then that's it. What in the world? How did they do that? They did. That put Rains up 43-0. They win 63-7. So who will they face?
Well, Godby out in Tallahassee. The Cougs playing host to Bishop Kenny High School, of course, from right here in Jacksonville. Crusaders looking to pass early on. This ball deflected up in the air, and that's a pick. Good start for the home team out in Tallahassee. The Godby Cougars. Could the offense capitalize? Well, short answer is no. Here's the deep shot downfield, and one problem, it's the Andrew McCoy Jr. getting the pick.
Tough to see who's playing defense there.
For Bishop Kenny. Later in the first, Kenny striking first blood. Godby defender falls down. James Davis, the third, reels it in, takes it in, and celebrates in the end zone. And how about it? Bishop Kenny goes on the road, and they win 36-26. That means they are headed to the graveyard.
By the way, they were down 26-21 at the end of 3, so a huge fourth quarter by Coach Krause and Bishop Kenny. He's done a wonderful job this year. How about a rematch of a district title game won by University Christian in an absolute shootout a few weeks back, right? 94 combined points scored a month ago when UC earned the win at Providence.
But the Stallion strength of schedule earned them the top seed as the #1 overall team in the region, and so they had the opportunity to host and get revenge on their home field. Fun fact, Stallions have never made it to round 3 of the postseason. That is what's at stake tonight, along with that revenge. I mentioned another opening kickoff touchdown.
There's another one.
There you go.
I would never make it on time for those.
Caden Jones, 77 yards to the house. Who bumped into Liv? What was that? Anyhow, it would be, let's keep it rolling here. Providence looking deep
Wow, nice
and
play.
looking to double the lead, and they do just that Mason Williams with the long touchdown pass to Pete Kuhlman a little bit later on. How about University Christian? They get on the board with a quick response. Josh Bruton in from 15 yards out. It's 14-6 right before the half. Trevon Birch punching it in from 3 yards out for UC. Deficit down to just 2 at the half. Second half, more from the visitors. Bruton finishes off this drive. This will give the Christians the lead in the third quarter. Stallions would go back in front, but then Bruton. He scored 5 times in the regular season matchup, well, 3 times in the playoff matchup. UC gets the win, 24.
He can't win Player of the Week again.
No, no, he cannot. 24-21. Let's send it over to Liv.
Olivia Tasley here with a winning head coach, David Penland. Welcome to Thanksgiving football, Coach. How did that Gatorade shower feel after the game?
It was cold. It's cold out here right now, but I wouldn't take it back. It's worth it.
How does it feel to be playing during Thanksgiving week?
Man, if you can make it to Thanksgiving breakfast, you've had a really good season. And from where we were to where we are now, it's been a heck of a change. And these guys have grinded. Our coaches have done a good job preparing these guys. And they just believe and grinded it out all season. You know, at one point we were 2-5. Now we're 7-5. So it's been, I schedule a hard schedule for a reason to get to these points so they can battle in games like this.
You swept the Stallions once in the regular season, again tonight. Last game it was 52-42, and tonight another close one. Not as many points on the board, but it just goes to show how much it really takes all 4 quarters for this game.
Absolutely, and we went down 14-0, and just had all kind of adversity thrown our way in the first half, and these guys just found a way to get down by 2 at halftime, and we challenged them at halftime. You've been throwing everything in the first half, and let's finish this thing, and they did a heck of a job in the second half. Even had some adversity in the second half, and they just kept fighting. And that's what a true championship team does, And our coaches do a great job of preparing these guys and getting them ready for the game. And these guys have believed all year long, and we're here. We're here.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck next week for Thanksgiving football, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll do it for me, Olivia Tasley, Coach David Penland. Guys, let's send it back to you.
Hey, look who it is. It's Hicken. It's Brooks. It's Ty.
Kid Picks
Hicken.
reunion.
Yeah, a little reunion. Ty's got a Gators hoodie on, and that's Hicken's fault, by the way. You better bought dinner tonight, Dan. All right, let's check out the action.
You love to see it. All right, how about McClay at Trinity Christian? Remember, Conquerors have not played in like 3 weeks because their first round opponent forfeited last week. So a little rusty early. Marauders moved the ball right down the field to start, but how about Trey Williams jumping the route, picks it off inside the 10. Conquerors take over. First half, this was a defensive battle early. Trinity gets on the scoreboard with 3 minutes to go in the half. First score, hicks to David Wright, and it's a good thing there's no instant replay because it wasn't a catch. But we're going to call it a catch, 7-0. Quick answer from McClay. George Grant, 3rd and goal, calls his own number, pushes the pile. He is in. We're tied up at 7. That is till the final offensive play of the half. Trinity quickly moved down the field. Terrell Dallas finding Wright. Conquerors score with 0.1 on the clock. Wow. 14-7 at the break. This was a tight game throughout. Trinity prevails 28-21. That means Trinity Christian plays host to UC in the regional final next week. One of those 2 teams will be in the Final Four.
Pretty wild, right? Trinity Christian, young team. We're like, well, we're not sure about the expectations. Here they are playing for a right to go to the Final Four. And you get Trinity and UC, again, 2 perennial powers around here that know how to win this time of year. More to come here on the Blitz, including the Bulls Bulldogs getting a bonus home game thanks to an upset in the bracket.
Plus, we'll go north of the border. Our Georgia teams hope to make a run to that building up in Atlanta.
We are the Trinity Conquerors, and you're watching the Friday Night Blitz.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served. 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
It's like I told you before the game, your investment has been unparalleled. I just want you to receive everything you've given. Okay, that's not a thing you've ever done. You've done everything I've asked you to do. Okay, so I want you to get everything that's coming to you, and I love you. Okay.
That's Coach Foy and Oakley. Huge win of the night, really. They beat the #1 team in the state in Nice, and they really controlled the game 31-14. And I think Coach Foy's words are really pretty profound right there, because every coach that's still coaching or lost last week or whatever feels the same way. A lot of work gets put into this throughout the last 6-8 months, even the whole entire year. Welcome back to the Blitz, everybody. Brent Martineau, Stuart Weber, who is advancing on to the postseason and closer to a state championship. We had a beauty over there in Niceville with a very good Ponte Vedra Sharks team.
We did indeed. Let's take you out to the Panhandle and start with Drew Price. He'll find David Doherty, pulls away from the linebacker, and this is a touchdown. 39-yard score makes it 7-0 Sharks. Niceville able to tie it up, but how about Ponte Vedra coming right back? 4th and goal from the 2. Brian Case, as he's done all year, finding the end zone, makes it 14-7. They led at the half. This went to overtime, and 21-20. Niceville wins it in overtime. Ponte Vedra went for 2 and the win, and it's Niceville that gets the win. They are moving on.
Hey, congrats on a good season. That's just a good football game. Lincoln at Gene Cox hosting Fleming Island tonight. This was a tight one. 9-2 on the year entering tonight's regional semi. How's this for a start? The opening kick. Cameron Paul. We got another one. Slips a tackle. 2 tackles. He's gone.
We don't like this one, though.
100 yards for the touchdown, and the Trojans take the early 6-0 lead over the Golden Eagles. They weren't done. The ensuing kick and onside kick, which Lincoln recovers, and they'd score. So they had a 13-0 lead, and Fleming Island didn't have the football yet. Well, guess what? Fleming Island came all the way back in this game. They actually were intercepted in the end zone with a minute to go, and they fall short, 16-13 against the Trojans.
How about Walton at Bowles? Bulldogs look really good in the playoffs so far. Ethan Drum faking the handoff, going deep to Naeem Burrows, as he has done many times this year. Sets up good field position, and Tyrone Neal gets the rock here. He's going to punch it in. By the way, it was already 28-0 at this point. That makes it 35-0. Walton's Wells, Bettenhausen trying to go deep. This ball picked off by Matt Hellman. Bowles, 35-0 as Matt Toblin and the Bulldogs are moving on.
We're fortunate, like that was a good offense that drove the field and had lots of yards, and like we were fortunate enough to make plays when we needed to. That obviously, some 3rd down stops, some 4th down stops along the way. They Coach Wellington and Coach Bradford do a great job on our defense of getting them ready, and our kids they've grown as the year goes on. Like that, the improvement from that group from week 1 has been tremendous.
I know how to get it done this time of year. Newberry at Bradford. Panthers stunned the Tornadoes in the regular season. Maybe they were just a better team. Newberry at it again with a flea flicker. Quarterback Colin Dunmore under pressure decides to take it himself. 32 yards into the end zone. Nice looking play there. It's a touchdown. Panthers take a 7-0 lead. Bradford look to answer. Zach Polk lofts it up. Marlon Haywood. He's got it. Does the rest. Walks into the end zone. That's the senior's 3rd of the season. But how about this? Newberry is really good. They win 34-19. You score 34 points against that Bradford defense. I'm not sure they've given up 34 in the last 3 years combined.
Well, let's go to the rural classification. Pahokee at Union County, 2 top 6 ranked teams in this tournament. Opening drive, Union County Fighting Tigers make it look easy. Drew Simmons into the end zone, touchdown. A little bit later on, next possession, keeping the momentum going. Simmons again untouched for his 2nd score of the night, 10-0. Union County would go up 15-0. And how about the final score as Union County, the boys from Lake Butler, are moving on. They win it 28-18 over the Pahokee Blue Devils. Union County advances in the rural classification.
Wilston at Fort White. The Indians and Red Devils clash in the rural regional finals. Fort White down 14-0. Quarterback Jaden Jackson finds receiver Mike Peterson on the screen. Pass, cuts it upfield. They stayed on the sidelines. Touchdown, Fort White. Stayed out of the sidelines. Touchdown, Fort White. Indians cut the lead to 14-6, but Williston would go on and win it 28-19.
All right, let's turn our attention north of the border now. The drive to Atlanta. Our Southeast Georgia team's looking to make a run that ends right there inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We mentioned, Brent, your first ever trip to Brunswick.
Great stadium. Coffee at Brunswick, and that's Hezzy Kent. He's a big fella, 6'7", 265, number 4 junior tight end in the country. His cousin is the number 1 senior tight end, plays at Camden County. Kent has a little Superman in him. He does it all for Brunswick, even punts. But this time a Coffee player is able to break through and get a hand on it. Kent recovers, but it's Coffee's ball, and they would eventually score a touchdown, 21-7. On the ensuing kick, though, Wasim Murray for Brunswick. He's number 3. He's got it. It's a good-looking run.
All about the kickoff returns today.
I know, we have a lot of those, don't we? Yeah. This goes for 64 yards. He wished it went for a little bit more. Even though Brunswick was in business, later in the drive, it would be 4th and goal at the 2. And back to the big guy, Kent. He would get bottled up out of the Wildcat. Coffee takes a 21-7 lead into the half. And they go on to win 45-14. They're the 6th ranked team in the state of Georgia. Brunswick Young, they'll be back next year.
How about up in North Oconee, Ware County? And it was a tough day at the office for the boys from Waycross. They go up north of Atlanta, and no answers for the Titans, who scored early. They scored often. Ware County falls 35-6, your final score, and they are done for the season. We got more to come here on the Blitz, including, we got play of the week. We got tons of candidates.
There's a lot of them.
We have a
Is
lot
it going to be a
candidates.
kickoff return or something else?
We'll find out. That's coming up next right here on the Friday Night Blitz finale.
We are the Bradford Tornadoes, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
Baker Sports is local sports. Uniforms from Pop Warner and Little League to travel ball, high school, and college. They make you look good. They help you play good. Baker Sports has been helping families make memories that will last a lifetime with their Baker's Buckets. We've got a lot of these filled with baseballs and softballs in the garage. I've been throwing batting practice to Ty and Kaylee for years, and also sit on the Baker's Bucket, catching Kaylee while she practices or pitching. Yeah! Baker Sports is homegrown, and a lot of employees that used to play on local ball fields now work for Baker Sports, now helping you look good, play good, and make memories of your own. Visit Bakersport.com to see what Baker Sports can do for you. Custom apparel, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, embroidery, screen printing, and more. Baker Sports is local sports. From Jacksonville to anywhere in the Southeast. Bakersport.com.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
We heard that Duke receiver coach Jared Parker was coming out. He was actually coming to watch Anaya Smith with Philadelphia now. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I went out there to end up having my best games. I had like 4 touchdowns. After that game, he ended up offering me to go to Duke, and then he went to Penn State, and that's how I ended up going to Penn State. So just a cool moment.
Good idea.
Yeah, good stuff there. Brent and Austin talking plenty of Jaguars, 10-1 every weekday, of course, on their bye this
Ian
weekend.
Rappaport doesn't seem to like it.
Oh, dear. How about our play of the week?
The Smart Play of the Week is brought to you by the FSCJ Manta Rays.
This was a cool play. Why not bring it back? Reigns bobbled the snap, and then I think I run a little option pass.
Wow.
I'm not sure there wasn't an illegal man downfield on that, but whatever. It's our play of the week, our smart play of the week, and Reigns wins big.
Yeah, 63-7. One of 8 teams moving on. Oakleaf on the road next week. St. Augustine at home. 2 all-local matchups. Kenny at Reigns, and then you've got University Christian at Trinity. Bowles will be on the road at Gadsden County. That's the Jaguars, by the way.
Yeah.
Fun fact. And Union County moving on as well. Those are your 8 teams still alive.
8 teams still alive. We had 17 teams going into the night, and Stuart Weber made it happen. We got all 17 games
That's a
here
win.
on the Blitz.
We win too.
A perfect 17. Let's leave you with the band of the week. Chilly one tonight, but it felt like football weather.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. A march to the state title continues.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.